Both teams are almost equal in their output. It's just that Indonesia had a little bit more defense going for them with 2 block points and had more aces compared to Philippines.
And early on, we're joined by some of our friends from the volleyball world here who will be analyzing later on the score. Galing natin ito. Neil Flores here and Michelle Gumabo early on preparing and closely watching this match. It's going to be a very crucial match for both the Philippines and Indonesia. Indonesia now starts the second set. Yuta on the serve. Retamar goes up to a quick. That works. Francis Saura connecting. Joshua Retamar. We see Rana Abdilia starting now for Team Philippines as we see this quick play. Finding that corner for Francis Saura.
Rana Abdilia now fielded in as the opposite.
So let's see if that changes things up for Philippines as Espejo hits that straight to the net. 1-all.
Interesting how Rana Abdilia will be able to play here in the second set because we know he's a scoring machine and is very much suited for that kind of position in terms of the opposite.
You know, that's the name that we've all been looking for because right before we started the SEA Games, hinahanap yung combination in Team Bay nga daw eh. Bagunas, Abdilia, Espejo. But so far, Indonesia just guarding the net there.
An unusual overpass coming from Mark Espejo. He's one of the best passers here in the country.
Serve straight to Espejo. They go up to Bagunas. Bagunas off the block. Point for the Philippines.
Good adjustment in the part of Bagunas and that out-of-system play. Retamar just pushing the ball towards the antenna to give room for Brian to adjust.
It's all business for the Pinoy spikers here. 2-all. Saura serves. They go up to the middle. And that has been not used or not utilized for the past set. Randu going for that quick play. Let's see that again.
So these are trying to utilize the middles now for Indonesia. Could spell more trouble for the blocking of Team Philippines, which has been their best asset in their first 2 matches. Still no block points for Philippines in this match.
Retamar goes up to Bagunas on that path of play. Doesn't work.
Randu having the time of his career here in second set. Good read in the part of Randu.
So far, Indonesia beasting out here. Serve now coming from Ardian. Picked up there by Bagunas. Retamar chooses Abdilia off the block. And point Pilipinas.
A little too aggressive in the blockers of Indonesia.
Match starting to get fired up here for both sides of the court. Abdilia now serves. Nizar chooses Haryono, denied. On the other side, they go opposite to Revand off the block. Point goes to Indonesia, up by 2.
Revand showing that he also has that veteran moves, swiping it off the hands of Bagunas.
And the crowd is jeering right now as Indonesia serves. Retamar goes up to Bagunas off the block. What an answer for Brian Bagunas.
Brian Bagunas targeted for the serve and faced with his approach. Using that height and power to go through the block.
Bagunas now at the service line with a jump serve, sharp angle. Rivan forced to set it up. They go to Haryono. That goes out.
Challenge called by Team Indonesia.
Ball in, ball out challenge being called by Coach Lee Teo Tiang.
Challenging the hit of Donny.
There was a touch, or there was...
It's inside.
in or out. Let's
There is
double
a
check.
challenge on the call by the Philippines. Ball in, ball out.
So suspense moments here as we see this video challenge. And good call there coming from head coach Lee Teo Tiang of Indonesia.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
But it was unsuccessful.
Oh, it was the challenge by the Philippines of contesting that it's out. But it was in for Donnie. So point will be awarded to Indonesia.
Retamar goes up to Espejo. Espejo converting. Philippines now just trailing behind by 1 point. So let's just clarify that it was the Philippines who called a dash challenge as we see this Espejo point.
The ball was called in, and Philippines contested that it was out.
Indonesia answers back with Donnie Haryono.
20-year-old Donnie Haryono.
One of their youngest in their lineup next to Agil Angara. Serve coming from Donnie. Picked up there by Abdilia Retamar. Chooses Espejo with that tip. Just enough power. The smarts of the Phenom working.
That annoying shot of Mark Espejo.
Annoying if you're on the other side of the court.
Other side of the court. Because look how he winds up for that attack.
Indonesia left stunt there.
And just mid-air, he will change his attempt.
Retamar now on the serve. Full front line for the Philippines. Sharp serve there. That is in. And that gives Indonesia a 2-point advantage. We'll be back after the short break here at the 30th Southeast Asian Games.
Technical timeout.
Where we have the Philippines versus Indonesia. Our crowd quite calm and collected at the early part of this second set. If you just joined us here today, earlier in set number 1, the Philippines was leading as much as 4, and then Indonesia caught up, finishing that set with a 2-point advantage. Now Indonesia just showing a lot of might and flexing here at the second set, going up as much as 3.
Indonesia exerting some aggression in their services, even catching Bagunas out of position, giving that free ball for Randu.
That serve is too strong for Indonesia. Freebie para sa Pilipinas.
Indonesia still at the driver's seat right now since the latter part of the first set.
It's now Mark Jesus Espejo on the service line for Team Philippines, the Phenom. Going for his jump serve. They go up to be quick on the side of Indonesia, finding the corner. So far, Indonesia is getting fired up by Randu.
Randu definitely the spark plug here in the second set for Team Indonesia. Couple of block points in an attack from the quick.
3-point lead for Indonesia. They go up. Back row play para sa Pilipinas. Espejo.
Espejo with a pipe perfectly disguised by Retamar. Even catching Randu to commit to Saura.
Serve coming from Saura. Nizar chooses that back set. Picked up by the Philippines. Picked up there by Bastien on the other side. And on the second try, what a hit. Coming from the opposite side, courtesy of Sigit Ardian.
Much power given by Ardian. And what a set by Nazir. Leaving Malabunga delayed in his attempt.
The team captain Nizar just proving how much of a veteran he is here. With 3-point advantage. Serve goes straight to the net for Indonesia. Back to a 2-point disadvantage for the Philippines.
Ardian with a noticeable slight hesitation in his hit. Last split second, causing the ball to go straight to the net.
Abdilia there on that sharp serve. Pumalo ang Indonesia. On the other side, Retamar goes to Brian Bagunas. Picked up by Bastien. They go up to Haryono. Espejo was there. What a tip there coming from Joshua Retamar, our 19-year-old setter from the NU volleyball program. Let's look at that again. What can you say about that, Doc?
It's perfect position for Retamar. Just enough height, and even the floor defense of Indonesia was all spread out.
But on the other side, the youngest player in the court answers back, and Donny Haryono. Back to 2-point advantage for Indonesia. Crowd jeering Randu because he has been the lifeblood of Team Indonesia. Retamar goes up to Bagunas. On the other side, picked up by Indonesia. Nizar goes back set to Revan.
What a break point for Indonesia. Just what they need to keep the momentum going. It all started with a short float serve from Randu towards Mark Espejo, taking him out of the equation. Easy for the block to set up a three-man defense against Bagunas.
When you talk about Indonesia, this is the consistent medalist since 1979. So there's that volleyball history, but the Filipinos are not going to just stand down as we see this hit from Brian Bagunas.
Brian Bagunas still overpowering the block, but at this point, Retamar should be able to consider engaging more the right wing.
Nizar goes back row to Ardian.
Just too much power by Ardian in his hits.
And let's see this broad jump. What a pipe play there.
Going between the blockers of Retamar and Malabunga.
Irvan now, who has been their top scorer earlier.
He's a little bit silent here in the
Yeah.
second set, but Randu has been the one taking the helm for Indonesia.
And we must also credit the playmaking of Nizar, who has been very, very distributed. But on the other side of the court, hindi magpapatinag ang mga Pilipino.
Well, so far, Bagunas and Espejo still doing a good job from the left wing. But we would want to see more sets coming from the middle for Retamar, especially the right wing.
What a block! Joshua Retamar. First clean block. I stand corrected, that was Saura. Let's look at that again. It was that combination of Saura and Retamar. It's going to be a team effort here for Pilipinas. 1 point away as Espejo makes the 104 Filipino viewers, 104 million Filipino viewers, enjoy this game very much more, Doc.
Now, what a good conversion or break point for Philippines to snatch the momentum here.
Indonesia goes to Haryono. Haryono finding the line there.
A good decision in the part of Donny. He was up against Retamar. And Saura at that point going for a down-the-line attack with an outstretched arm, trying to go above the block of Retamar.
What a very tight match here. Serve coming from Haryono. On the other side, back row Abdilia. That's out according to our referees. Point goes to Indonesia.
Just when I was looking for a back row attack from the right. Good attempt by Abdilia.
Indonesia with the lead.
Now we enter our second technical timeout. We'll be back after the short break. Of course, our fans inside the Phil Sports Arena, repackaged, looking very nice, very comfy for our spectators. As Indonesia up by 2 points here after the second technical timeout. Serve now coming from Indonesia. What a sharp serve. Retamar goes up to Espejo, denied by the blockers. On the other side, they go to Bagunas.
Bagunas forcing his way through the block. And what's interesting about this lineup, or the trio of Mark Espejo, Bagunas, and Abilia is that Abilia is also capable of doing some damage as an open hitter, so he can still also go for a pipe on the middle as Bagunas goes for a back row from the right side.
Sigit Ardian was under that ball, and the Philippines ties it at 16. Coach Dantelin Sunurin heading this squad of Filipinos, raising the flag here for men's volleyball.
So high time for Philippines to go for a break point and finally get their lead here in the second set.
Bastien goes up to Sigit on the other side. Retamar, back row play for Bagunas. The crowd celebrates.
Timeout,
Flags
Indonesia.
being raised around the Phil Sports Arena. Timeout for Team Indonesia. Tough moments for Team Philippines. Doc.
A 3-point run by Philippines, of course, going to force a timeout for Team Indonesia. Philippines now with their first lead of this set, and it's the high time for them to build a momentum, especially towards the end of the set.
Right now, Indonesia pounding the alarm on their side of the court because the Philippines is just knocking and ready to take control of this game.
Rivan has been quite silent for Indonesia. It's in their best interest that he steps up while Randu is out in the back row.
17-16. Philippines with Josh Retamar on the service line. The very young setter of Team Pilipinas. They go up back row for Rivan. And you've mentioned this, Doc. This is what Indonesia needs right now.
Well, after a couple of attack errors coming from the left wing, there's no other choice for Nizar but to let Rivan do the points for Indonesia.
Tied at 17. Retamar will set up back row play for Bagunas, and that NU connection still works.
You gotta admire the athleticism of Bagunas. He was the one who got a short ball pass and just a quick hop towards the back to get his approach.
Smart setting for Retamar. Di nabasa ng blockers yun. As we have Mark Jesus Espejo, the phenom, serving for Philippines. Sigit, picked up by Marcos. Retamar goes up back row again to Bagunas. Picked up now by Bastian. Rather, that was Espejo. And now, Indonesia answering back with an off-the-block hit.
Back-to-back points for Rivan. Trying to get him into the groove once again. And full front line for Indonesia. Ardian, Nizar, and Rivan.
Hit there coming from Saura. Retamar goes up to Abdilia on the other side. Pupuntahan naman nila Rivan, but overset.
Oh, that's a lucky break for Indonesia. That set was clearly sailing over to the Philippine side.
Let's look at that again.
Timeout, Philippines.
Ball hit the antenna after that touch by Bagunas.
So now the Philippines will be calling their timeout. It's a 1-point lead for Indonesia, but tough times at the tail end of this second set. As fans all over the Phil Sports Arena cheering for Team Pilipinas, sambansang sumusuporta sa mga atleta natin sa men's volleyball. Flags being waved around. And Filipinos just very eager for this match.
Captain Nizar serving for Indonesia.
Picked up there by Marcos. Retamar goes up to Bagunas. NU combo. Marcos, Retamar, Bagunas.
Bagunas just going above the blockers.
What a height advantage on that jump.
It's not really the height advantage,
Yeah, yeah.
but the reach
The
of
reach.
Bagunas in that point, because Rivan is also a tall player.
Yeah. But the difference that Bagunas is just trying to show here. Uy, nahubayan na ng sapatos si Brian dito as Bagunas tries to catch up. Retamar going to Abdilia, denied by the blockers there. Brian playing all hard here without his shoe earlier in that last sequence.
Retamar, no option in the left wing. Could have given it to Espejo for the pipe, because Espejo was wide open.
1 point game still for Team Indonesia.
Another lucky break for Indonesia at that sequence.
Picked up there by Bagunas. They go up and Malabunga converts for the Philippines.
Good choice in the attack of Retamar. It's high time to activate the middles. At least to get some blockers off the backs of the pin hitters for Team Philippines.
Abdilia with that serve on the other side. Haryono with a tough angle. Indonesia just keeping the distance.
Well, they probably scouted Retamar in the first two games with his blocks. So what I see that whenever Donnie is up against Retamar, he's really going for his maximum reach so as to go over the block of Retamar.
Retamar goes to back quick and Malabunga getting 2 points back to back for the Philippines.
That signature running attack by Malabunga and Retamar.
Substitutions for the Philippines. Number 3 out, number 2 Joshua Mandal in. Number 11 out, number 14 Ish Polvorosa in.
Change of reinforcement here for the Philippines. It's now Ish Polvorosa, who has been a stalwart here for the national team, and newbie Joshua Umandal of UST, who's being filled in here by Coach Dante Alinsunurin. Bagunas on the serve. Nizar goes up to Haryono, and Donnie just scores again.
Donnie unfazed by the tall combination of Malabunga and Umandal. He was also even the one who got the reception at that point. But seeing the gap between the blockers, that's where he spiked the ball.
1 point game for Indonesia. Serve from Rivan. Picked up there by Espejo. Ish to Espejo.
The Ateneo connection.
Moneymaker moves.
Can't go wrong with that set coming from Ish to Mark.
Let's look at that again. Going for that sharp hit.
That fast release by Ish causing the slight delay in the blockers of Indonesia.
Nizar goes up. Sumagot. Donnie Haryono for Indonesia.
But Nizar showing some craftsmanship in the speed of his release of his own.
Let's look at that again. What a fast, sharp hit.
And it's so convincing that he even got 2 blockers to commit to the quicker.
Still a 1 point game. Haryono there on the serve. Marcos on the setup. They go to Espejo, denied. Is that a triple block, Doc?
Yes, it was a triple block because it was evident for the blockers that there's no setup play that's going to be made by Philippines.
Timeout, Philippines.
Fortunately, the set was too tight into the net. No room for Mark to adjust, regardless of his jumping height.
Set point advantage again for Indonesia. Familiar moment for the Philippines. This is what happened also in set number 1 at the tail end. 22 to 24. Philippines looking to convert here in the next play, trying to keep themselves alive as the fans inside the Phil Sports Arena feeling the nerves 24 to 22. 1 point for Indonesia to close this out. Philippines need to get this next point to stay alive. Serve from Donnie Haryon. Picked up there by Mark Espejo. They go to Umandal. There's a call against Indonesia.
Net touch to be called by the referee. And of course, it's going to be challenged
There
by
is
the
a
coaching
challenge
staff
on the
of
call
Indonesia.
by Indonesia. Net fault.
Indonesia bench said net fault. They raised the placard already early on, but the head coach Lee Tio Tiang is calling for ball in or ball out. So some confusion there on the Indonesian bench. But earlier we saw it very clear. Net touch ang inangat doon ng assistant coach ng Team Indonesia. Tense moments here for both sides of the court. It's either going to be an easy point for Indonesia or Philippines stays alive here at the second set talk.
This is a crucial challenge. Could spell the set for Indonesia.
We have a lot of tension being felt up here to where we are. And
Just a testimony how important this match is for both teams.
both teams at 2 wins to no losses yet. Whoever wins becomes number 1 in their group bracket, avoids facing the mighty Thailand as well in men's volleyball.
Perennial champions in the Southeast Asian region.
Indonesia having that history, that very long history of placing in the podium from 1979 in the SEA Games, only missing it once in 2001. On the other side, the Philippines trying to make a return here as we see this video challenge call here. Net touch ang tinawag kanina. Oh.
The challenge was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge for Team Indonesia. The point goes to the Philippines. Now the confusion here, I think, Doc, is with the raised placard of the of the coaching staff of Indonesia earlier. Nag-raise ng net touch, tapos ball in, ball out. Ang gustong i-raise ni head coach Lee Tio Tiang.
And based on the challenge, there was a touch on the net, but Indonesia is contesting that no one was actually guilty of a net touch.
Yellow card will be awarded or reprimanded against Indonesia. Timeout ang tatawag dito ng Team Indonesia head coach Lee Tio Tiang. Trying to settle things over on their side of the court. Doc, ano sa tingin mo ang kailangan gawin dito ng Team Philippines if they want to succeed in the next play?
The mainstay or main strategy is to get Indonesia out of system because Philippines will be serving here. So Indonesia definitely has the advantage in closing this set.
So we have to start with our first line of attack, which is in service. In this next play for the Team Philippines, for Indonesia, it's about converting it back to a point.
Substitution for the Philippines. Number 2 out. Number 3, Joshua Retamar in.
Lamar comes back in for the Philippines.
Number 14 out. Number 11, Ranran Abdilia in.
Abdilia back in. 1 point to tie this game and extend this match.
So another full front line for Team Philippines. Let's see if it's enough for them to be able to handle the attack of Indonesia and convert a point, stay alive in the second set.
Nizar sets up Sigit. Marcos was there. The Philippines will answer back. Espejo off the hands of Donnie Haryono in the back row. Philippines very much alive here at the second set, Doc AJ.
And just what they needed, a touch block from that initial attack attempt by Indonesia. Ricky Marcos was there to get a good clean first ball.
Retamar serving again now for the Philippines, Doc. Tense moments inside the arena. Off the hands of Haryono. 3 touches already for Indonesia, and the crowd goes wild.
2 straight points for Team Philippines to get that set point advantage.
Look at that again.
That float serve coming from Retamar off the hands of Donnie.
The whole Philippines right behind this squad cheering inside the Phil Sports Arena. Philippines now at set point advantage. Serve from Josh Retamar. On the other side, Nizar finds a hitter, the leader of Indonesia in scoring, Rivan.
Just when he is needed the most, Rivan converts a point for Indonesia, preventing Philippines to take a set in this match.
Tied at 25. Serve now from Yuda. Picked up there by Kalingking. They go to Bagunas, back row off the block.
A lot of successful attempts from the back row for Team Philippines.
Seeing some of our kapamillas at the edge of their seats inside the arena. Set point again on the side of the Philippines. Espejo on the serve. Oh, tough serve for Mark. Tough times.
Well, it's a high-risk, high-reward serve for Mark Espejo. We've seen him do magic with his jump serves. If I remember correctly, just during that professional league, the championship match, 5 straight aces in the 5th set to seal the deal.
That's what he was trying to go for there. Serve for Indonesia, picked up by Mark. Retamar hinabol. They go up to Bagunas. Picked up by Indonesia. Bastian was there. Free ball bibigay ng Indonesia. Philippines going up to Brian Bagunas. Money play for the Philippines.
Brian Bagunas finding the captain.
Number 17, Jesse Lopez.
Moving too much power in his down-the-line attack.
Oh, that's a tough facial as well.
Could be the momentum shift for Philippines.
The veteran Jesse Lopez now fielded in for the Philippines. Serve from Jesse. Ooh, the nerves also being felt now.
Substitution for the Philippines. Number 17 out, number 12, Francis Saura in.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, all 3 setters have been fielded in here in the 2nd set.
Yes, they've been. We had Ish Polvorosa earlier. Jesse Lopez now tied at 27. Sigit Ardian serving for Indonesia. Jump serve. Picked up by Bagunas. Retamar, puputan si Bagunas off the block. Marcos was there. They go up to Bagunas on the 2nd try. Denied there by Rivan.
Break point by Indonesia. Rivan making sure that there's no room for Brian to hit Nizar. So this is the point of the match that Retamar should at least ease off some burden on Brian as he is being checked by the blocks.
Goes to Brian again, and Brian converts.
Proving me wrong.
It's that NU connection, Doc. Never doubt that.
But he has been quite successful in his Zone 5 attacks, actually, since the 1st set.
So we tie the game again, extending this yet again for the Philippines. Abdili on that serve. On the other side, they choose Rivan, denied by the blockers of the Philippines. They go up to the opposite side to Donnie Haryono, and that's off the block for Indonesia. This game is just extending and extending for both sides of the court. Randu will now serve.
Randu has been quite silent in the 2nd half of this set.
1 point for the Philippines to tie it again. Indonesia just needs 1 to close this out. Randu on that serve. Retamar going for that quick. What a play, what a time for Kim Malabunga.
Almost an automatic point every time Malabunga goes for that short runner.
Very effective, very potent play for Joshua Retamar. Bagunas now on the service line for the Philippines. Ooh, another high risk, high reward serve. Straight to the net. Back to an Indonesian advantage here.
Well, 3 lucky points by Indonesia from that service errors by Espejo, Lopez, and Bagunas.
Now it's Irvan who will be serving for Indonesia. Oh, exchange gift. Tied again at 30. Philippines looking to take advantage of that lucky break as Malabunga is in the service line.
If I'm not mistaken, Coach Dante doesn't have any more substitutions, so it's the first 6 all on their own here.
Nabol, hindi maabutan. Ariono still getting a point there. Let's see that again.
Donnie has been unstoppable in the left wing.
And what's interesting, in their first game, tinago pa to. First 2 sets, hindi pinasok. Sa tail end ng second and ng third na pinasok sa loob as he marches to the service line. Set point Indonesia again. Haryono on the serve. Retamar goes up to Bagunas. And that is
Indonesia takes set
this
number
set
2,
ends.
32 to
Indonesia
30. They
gets
now
set
lead this
number
match
2,
2 sets to none.
32 to 30. 2 sets up is Team Indonesia.
Lucky block in the part of Ardian
And
because he was expecting a pipe or a back row attack.